Wish I found it earlier. What a game.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Pine Rivers Bowling Club, where we've got the All Schools Cup here this afternoon. It goes for the next 2 days, and absolutely a wonderful initiative of Bowls Australia and Bowls Queensland to showcase some of the leading schoolboys and girls throughout Queensland. And in co-commentary with me this afternoon is the CEO of Bowls Queensland, just back from a very cool bit of Sydney. It's Mr. Brett Wilkie.
Good afternoon, Brian.
How are you?
Good.
Mate, what a great concept this is, and absolute delight to showcase these wonderful, talented juniors.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 14 teams again this year, same as last year, from all parts of Queensland. So it's great to see them all here playing at Club Pine Rivers. Club Pine Rivers have been a supporter of this event for many years, so we thank them for their support in hosting this event and also sponsoring. And on our live stream game in round one, we have Atherton State High School playing Beerwah State High School. So for Atherton, we have April and Harry Lawrence. And for Beerwah, we have Paul Cremier and Zach Flood.
Well, that's two contrasting areas of our state, isn't it? Way up north to back down towards the Sunshine Coast, Brett. So, again, it just goes to show you how many schools participate in this absolute fantastic event, mate. So yeah, it's really good to see.
So we just see on the mat now is Zach Flood.
Had a good weighted bowl there, really. The wind's coming across the green here too, which is it's quite bitter, because I guarantee you it's snowing about 3 kilometres from here because that wind is cold. But it will affect the bowl, even the indoors. It will affect it, I'm sure.
So we've got April and Harry in the maroon shorts and jacket, and the boys from Beerwah are in the navy blue.
I bet you they wish they brought down long sleeves.
With the light blue sleeves.
Bet you wish they put down long sleeves. G'day, Cliff. Good to have you on board, my friend. How are you?
So we're playing 9 rounds this afternoon and then into the evening. And then, so we've got 5 rounds today and then another 4 tomorrow. And then we have, each round goes for 1 hour or 9. 3 bowl pairs. And each team has the opportunity to call a power play, Brian, for double shots if they're lucky enough to win on that end.
Great initiative.
They get double shots.
Great initiative. But the thing that I like about it, though, Brett, is that you have one experienced campaigner and one non-bowler. So you're introducing someone in the concept to the game.
Yeah, that's right. Each team must have a non-registered player. And it's been a great initiative to introduce new people to the game. A lot of the ones that have come through the Secondary Schools Cup over the years have gone on to join up as members of their local club.
Well, it's not only that, though, Brett, but you look at the history of some of the winners of it, and quite realistically, it's the who's who of Queensland bowls. When you go through some of the, like back even mate, some of these blokes are nearly as old as you.
Yeah,
that's how long ago it goes back.
A lot of them went on to represent Queensland in the under-18s, and also through to the open sides.
A couple of them there still playing in the open side now. So it's absolutely, it goes to show you that the format does work very successfully. Oh, you've got some great winners there. Good afternoon, Gary. G'day, Mike Watt, watching from Wales. Good to have you on board, one of our regulars, Mike. So I'm not too sure what that was. I think it was just the one. Just the one? Yep, one.
Here's some past winners. Last year, our winner was Cody Garrick, along with Tyler Mason from James Nash High School, which is in Gympie. Cody then went on to be selected to represent Queensland, which was last weekend. Represented Queensland for the first time in the under-18 Test Series versus New South Wales, and went very well, Cody. So he's here defending his title with a new player this year. The year before we didn't play due to COVID, but the year before that in 2019, Ashley Knight and Madison Andreasen won from the Northern Beaches Secondary School in Mackay, and then Ashley's gone on to represent just the last couple of days. She was representing Queensland in the under-25. She's turned 18 since then, and now she's into the Queensland under-25 team. So great to see her go on with it as well. And
particularly because I was saying last week, Brett, one of the things that I felt so sorry for with COVID was those juniors that have been picked to play for their states, yet turned 18 cents and never had
Yeah,
the
Ashley
opportunity.
was one of those. So
to see her don the maroon last week, I thought was outstanding, and to let them have a win down there too was a bit of icing on the cake.
Yeah, the under-25 girls went really well. Won 2 tests to nil, and the third test was washed out, unfortunately. But the boys were 1-1, so they were very close. And the under-25 boys. Prior to that, we had Ty Jesberg won it a couple of years in a row with 2 different brothers. So then he went on to represent Queensland as well. So he was he's played Queensland under-18s, and then he also was in the under-25 side the last couple of days.
No, absolutely. G'day, Michael Brindle. How are you? It's great seeing your daughter last week, mate. I didn't see you on Sunday, mate. I was out doing Gold Coast stuff. So we see the lead, April Lawrence. As I said, what Brett said, April and Harry Lawrence from Atherton, way up tropical far north Queensland. Now, unfortunately, there could be a little bit of lagging here. The internet here is not pushing out that well. Yeah, just the difference between the light and the dark. Where they're standing back down there, you can just see a little bit of flickering there. But once they're in all shade, it shouldn't flicker. So just seeing them down there. So again, a beautiful grass bowl. You can see both those bowls of Paul's.
Beautiful line.
Beautiful line on both of them. Justin Cribben, how are you, mate? Slightly better than yesterday, mate, so Wiz was telling me.
Yeah, Justin Cribben was the player of the series for the under-25 men down at Tarrant Point the last couple of days, so well done, Justin.
Now, Justin, I found out why Brett got player of the series again, mate, because he forgot to take the medallion down there, so he kept it from 3 years ago. Is there any truth in that, Justin?
Justin's family members, Dawn Cribben and Ben Cribben, won this back in 2005, the very first one, along with Shane Knott.
Yes, there you go.
Is that the same Shane Knott that plays in WA now?
Could be. Is that Killer would know?
Also Cody Packer, who's in WA now in the Jackaroos Australian squad. He won it with the Yarangan State School back in 2008.
Yep.
Kane, Scary and Leyland Crutis.
There's some great names through those previous winners, Brett, so it's something that all of these competitors, I think, have looked at and want to get their name on that trophy.
Yeah, you got the likes of Kurt Brown, Scott De Jong, Sean Ingham, Joel Anderson, Natasha Jones, Rebecca Rickson, who now plays for Malta.
Yes, that's correct. So, obviously you didn't go to school up here, mate, or did you go to school?
I went to school in Ballarat, Victoria.
Good part of the world.
Won the Victorian schoolboy fours with Matthew Flapper and his brother Anthony many moons ago.
You won it with them, or did
with
they
them.
Carry you?
They carried me, yeah.
Good on you, mate. Well done. Doesn't matter where you come up, just as long as you enjoy this great game of ours. We see Killer has just sent the reply. Yeah, when he first started, he is the Shane from WA, and he was the one that got Ben and Killer into bowls when they first started, and it's his sister's only time she played in the bowls comp, and she won it. So, mate, she's still a winner, Killer.
100%.
100% winner, mate.
See Harry Lawrence on the forehand. Just needs to run a little.
The thing about it is their grass line's absolutely spot on, isn't it?
Line was good.
A lot of these competitors, they do participate on carpets. But I was talking to Mal, who's training the Atherton side here, and he said their carpet up there runs at about 20 seconds. So it's taken a little bit to adjust to the pace of this carpet. So I'm sure they'll 2 days to do it. Plenty of games.
And the Beerwah coach is Bill Tunbridge from the Glasshouse Mountains Club. So he does a great job over the years. Bill's been involved with lots of teams that have come to these championships, and helps out in the district as well on the Sunshine Coast. very good. A lot of juniors have come through the Glasshouse Club over recent years. So
absolutely, they do a superb job up there, mate.
Mel does a lot of great work up in Atherton and the Cairns Tropical Far North region.
Couldn't agree more. Not far away from this.
Yeah, great shot there from Zach Flood.
Zach Flood, beautiful bowl.
Perfect.
Zach's been floating around the juniors for a few years, though, Brett.
Yeah, he has.
Seen
I think
him
he's
around.
played in this event before.
Yes. Okay, Harry, just looking to try and dislodge his bowl. Tell you what, he had a beautiful line on it, just needed a bit more weight. May have locked in second shot there again.
Enough for second, I think.
G'day, Mick West. Hi to you. G'day, Doug. Kane Nelson, how are you, mate?
Wonder Beerwah.
I love Kane's comment here, Brett. This seems more fun than my current English class. Get back to the books, Kane.
Is that Kane Nelson?
Hey, good on you, buddy. Great to see you last week too, mate.
Yeah, Kane was playing for our Queensland under-18 team last weekend at Chermside.
Yep.
Had a good hit out against New South Wales.
Mate, 6 down, 1 bowl to play. Resting toucher. Well done, Kane. Great bowl, mate. I'll tell you what, though, you're saying school kids. I'm looking to hide some of these kids out here, mate. You wouldn't want to feed them for a week. There's a couple of out there. They're man-made gorillas.
Yeah, they're pretty tall.
Hey?
So we've got 14 teams playing here over the next 2 days. So I'll just run through who they are. Apart from these two teams, we've got the Nerang State High School, Kerwin High School, which is in Townsville, the Roma State High, Mackay North State High, St Catherine's, which is at Proserpine, Cunnamulla State High, James Nash State High, which is at Gympie, Highfields Secondary College, which is in Toowoomba, the Australian Trade College, which is based around the Scarborough area, Mount Larkham, Grace Lutheran College, which is that's around North Brisbane, Heights College, which is from Rockhampton, and then we have Beerwah as well, which is here playing on this rink. So 14 teams, they all play 9 rounds, so it's just luck of the draw who they play. And we'll have each team at least on the live stream rink at least once. Some are lucky enough to be on twice.
Which is fantastic, mate. And it's must give a lot of credit to the Bowls Australian RBMs for going round the schools, Brett, and putting a lot of this in conjunction with Bowls.
Yeah, we work together with our 3 RBMs who do a lot of great work, marrying up the clubs and their local schools, and they help coordinate any sort of clubs to get new schools in, and then work towards getting a team into this program. And then, if need be, we have district playoffs if we need to, if we've got too many teams. So they also help coordinate that. So if any clubs are looking for assistance to get some schools involved, give our local RBMs their local RBM a call, which is their contact details are in the Queensland Bowler magazine.
Absolutely.
And they'll be only too happy to help out.
Now, with these team here, they've both got beautiful line into their head, but just trying to get the feel of the weight of the green at the moment by the looks of things. So April Lawrence on the mat at the moment. She's been playing her backhand. She's got a beautiful line on both her bowls, just chasing that elusive little bit extra weight. There's just a nice little port between those two bowls that she's more than capable of coming through. Or around it. Or just clipped that bowl and took a bit off it. But that definitely be shot by the looks of it from here. So, g'day, Robert Dangerfield. How are you, Sox? Hope it's all well with you, my friend.
As Brian mentioned earlier, we have one registered player, or you can only have a limit of one registered player. So a lot of the players in each team are very new to the game, which is good to see them out enjoying the sport.
There seemed to be a... Oh, there is up there.
So we've got a 1 hour time limit here in each of our 9 rounds and 9 end games.
Yep.
And each team does have the option of a power play, which if they win that end, they score double shots. So it can make a big difference in a game. If they're a few behind, they can all of a sudden pick up double shots, get themselves back in the game.
Well, that's the beauty about the power play, isn't it? Particularly in a concept like this, that it keeps everybody still in the game right up to the final end, doesn't it?
What a great shot.
Great shot there.
And Harry Lawrence from Atherton.
Yes. Played that beautifully. So a bit of pressure on Zach.
Big smile on his face. He's pretty
pretty
happy, yeah.
I tell you what, mate, look at the smile on his coat sitting in behind him, though. It's even bigger. It's even bigger.
Yeah. Mel Mackney, their coach, is also on our Bowls Queensland coaching committee. Does a lot of work with coaching in the area of sort of coaching courses and programs and that sort of thing, and also very good with all the juniors of the district.
That's for sure. G'day, Neil and Rowan Bruce. G'day, Rowan. Tell you what, he's got another good line on this one here too, and his weight's starting to not look too bad. Just going to pull up just a little bit short, but again, had a beautiful line on that. And that's a little bit of a nuisance bowl there for Zach.
Yeah, it's probably right in the line of a nice full draw shot.
May go for the edge of this bowl. He's having a good look at it. Looks at that, he's probably only the one down, Brett. He's going to draw it.
Just needs a clear run.
Great attempt there by the young man. Tried, just wouldn't come back in time on that weight.
Yeah, he needed to come under with that weight, really.
Yeah.
The trailer jack.
G'day, Dino. Bit warmer up here, mate. Yeah, no, he's got the one there anyway. He's done his job. Yeah.
Might need to get the measure out for the second one.
Looks that way. It's going to be quite a handy measure, though. They're going to take that one out, which is well done. Thought it might have been Dino. Yeah.
Good to see Zach just helping them out with the measure there with his experience.
Really good to see, mate.
Not much in it by the look of it.
No. G'day, Jonty. How's Weeper today, mate? I bet to be a little bit warmer than here, my friend. They tell me you had Colin Hayes and a few people up there a few weeks ago, mate, up for the Weeper Fours. You ever been up there?
No, I've been invited to go up, but just haven't been able to get there at this stage, so I'd like to get there one day. I nearly went there a few years ago. I think that might have been when COVID came, but yeah, I've heard very good reports how great the tournament is up there, so I hope to get there one day. Great club there at Weeper.
So you want me to give you a Dear Fiona letter? You better letter to come to Uncle Bryony.
I need a leave pass.
So they're just trying this one here. Yep. Just the one.
One shot gets Atherton on the board now. 1-2 after 3.
Yep. So
we must thank our sponsors of this event. Back again after sponsoring the same event last year. We must thank J. Carroll Club Promotions, a maker of club diaries, score sheets, and also draw sheets and that sort of thing. So very good company for quality diary, scorecards, entry forms and draw sheets.
No, absolutely, Brett. They do a great job. Help out all our clubs. And of course, no one can forget the wonderful sponsors of Bowls Queensland, Mullins More Than More, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, Asset Sports and Innovation with Energy. We thank those wonderful sponsors who support our great game. Okay, April, rolling the kitty. Yeah, it's not a bad roll.
Club Pine River's also been a great supporter of this event. They've been hosting it for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
So they do a great job here at the club.
It's, mate, incredible facilities they have here at Pine Rivers. And of course, if anyone's in the area and wants to come on down, the Henselite Bowl Shop is here. Johnny Newell. G'day, Jakey Wren. How are you, Jake? Okay, April with her first bowl. Sticking to her forehand, playing back towards the club rooms here at Pine Rivers. Tell you what, Brett, she's got this very well pointed.
Yeah, great starter. Very nice spot there, just in behind the jack. That'll give her a bit of confidence.
Absolutely, she should be. It's a great first up bowl. Yeah, a lot of the leads would be very happy with that. But then again, look at this for a reply too, just quietly.
So now, what a great reply.
Yeah.
From Paul Cremier.
Yes, Doug, Robbie is here. G'day, Troy. G'day, Alan Howard. Robbie is here, mate. He was up at 3:15 this morning to take his father to the airport. He flew out this morning back to Upper Hutt. Or was it Lower Hutt, Robbie? Upper Hutt. Upper Hutt. Have they got an airport there? Flies into Wellington. Did they give him a parachute? Did they just push him out? Yeah, what's a lovely start here with these bowlers. The players have really honed in on their grass line, that's for sure.
Nailed the line again.
Yeah. G'day, Alex. Good to have you on board.
So with our stream in this game, we'll be showing 2 games back to back.
Yep.
So we'll have a short break in between the 2 games. It'll be a 10-minute break from when the bell goes till the start of the next game. So it'll be a quick changeover.
Back into it.
And then the next round on this rink during this same session, we'll have Highfields College versus Cunnamulla State High School. So they'll be on in round 2 straight after this game, starting around 2:25. Then we'll have a short break and we'll start another stream and play 2 games straight through on that stream, which will be Roma State High versus Heights College, and then Grace Lutheran College versus St Catherine's College.
So we've got a great cross-section of the Queensland community being broadcast here today. Shawnee Ingham. How's little Nugsy today? How you going, mate? Actually got the player of the series sitting beside me, Nugsy. Still wearing his medal too, just quietly, mate.
We're just talking about Sean when he won it back in 2009, 2010 with the Palm Beach Currumbin State High School.
He hasn't grown much.
No, he wouldn't have grown much. He was played with Ben Saver and Scott De Jong. It used to be triples back then. In the first year, the second year he played with Ben again and Reese Whiteman. So back-to-back winners, 2009 and 10.
Not far away with this one here, Brett. Look at this for a bowl.
Oh, what a great shot.
Great bowl.
Jeez, he's unlucky. He couldn't have played it much better.
He played that absolutely superbly, didn't he?
Just didn't quite get enough of the jack.
Well, there's one thing he has done, though. I mean, he has stuck it out slightly.
Yeah, he's given himself a chance on the other hand now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And, like, even there's a bit of a... If you wanted to play a bit of an aggressive shot down there, there's a nice little line down there too, Brett, to get the edge of that bowl.
Yeah, he could clip it out clean. If there's a dead end, the jack's respotted on the tee.
Because, as you said, it's 9 ends or 1 hour. Hence the reason why the 10-minute turnaround, because a lot of them will still be playing that end, won't they? They don't just pick their bowls up, they complete the end, of course.
Yeah, we will probably get through it a bit quicker now on the Pine River's new carpets. A little bit slower than their old carpet. Used to be very quick, so they probably will get through their games a little bit quicker than they have in previous years.
Maybe just a little bit quick with that one there, but again, he's bowl working into the head at the moment, but type of weight's got to be really under that front bowl. Okay.
So Zach Flood on the mat now, playing the forehand. that's his opposition bowl. They've got 3 seconds there now.
And it
Nearly knocked it in for shot. Wasn't far out.
That shot is still there. You see the wonderful facilities here at Pine Rivers, and as Brett was saying, been great sponsors of this wonderful event for a great number of years. So really is a magnificent facility they have here. 2 indoor greens just like this.
So Zach just Harry Lawrence on the mat now. Needs to try and sit that green bowl through.
They've got instructions there from April too, just quietly.
He's at least got 3 seconds, potentially 4.
Yeah.
Just play under that white one, sit it out.
Just a bit wide. He had good weight for what he was
Yeah,
after
the
there,
weight was good for it.
Yeah, just a bit wide. Yeah, Zach with another one. He had any sense something, he'd put this away, wouldn't he?
Yeah, well,
Bit of danger.
he needs to come around his own white bowl,
Yep.
throw it out and let it work home. Oh, he rocked it.
He rocked it.
His weight wasn't too bad. It
Yeah,
was
it
just a
wasn't too bad
little
at
bit
all.
narrow, but pretty good try.
Had a bit of a smile on his face there too.
So one more to Beerwah, takes him to 3-1 after 4 ends.
Must admit,
Only all one scored at the moment.
he went a bit white when he played that shot, but the blood's starting to flow through the face again now. No, it was well played. Put a bit of scare into his lead, face 2, young Paul. I think they're going to shorten the length up here. It looks as though they like the short ends. The Beerwah State High School. And of course, with the live stream, it's going into a lot of schools there, Brett. There's a lot of auditoriums being filled up, and all of their classmates are watching them.
Yeah, I know in the past we've had that, haven't we? We've had feedback that it's been televised in the school, which is great.
Well, I started to get a message just 2 days ago. Who's on the streets? People wanting to know, to let the schools know. So anyway.
Yeah, so they all every school gets at least one game.
Yep.
Some will be fortunate enough to get a couple of games
Yeah.
over the 9 rounds. So we have 5 rounds today. We played right through. We have 4 rounds straight through. Then we have dinner break from 5:45 to 6:30.
Yep.
And then at 6:30 we have one more round. And then 4 rounds tomorrow, starting at 8:30 tomorrow morning through to 1 o'clock.
That's right.
Then they all head home.
Hey, good on you, Johnny. It's a pleasure. G'day, Belinda from Pretoria in South Africa. Always good to have you on board too, Belinda. Adam, up at Atherton. Got the dogs, Harry. Good on you, mate. It is a great concept, isn't it, Michael? It's good for the game. As I said, it introduces a non-bowler to our game, Michael. And as you saw last year with the winner, the young lass who won it last year, Brett, with Cody.
Yeah, Tyler Mason.
No, yes. She went on to win the state under 15s.
Yeah, she did. She joined up.
Went on to win the state under 15s, Michael. What a
Joined up
great
with
effort.
Now plays at the Albert Bowls Club in Gympie.
Yeah.
And she's a feature on our front cover of the Queensland Bowler magazine this month. So it was a bit of a story about her and how she got into the game and that sort of thing. So she's really enjoying it now, going well.
Absolutely. It's great to see, isn't it?
His weight's not too bad here, Paul. He's just pushed it a bit narrow. That's the windy hand, a little bit of breeze blowing across there. Getting hold of him early sometimes. So April Lawrence just on the mat now from Atherton.
Yeah, beautiful way to bowl that last one there by Paul. Just chasing a little bit more grass. He's getting a nice line here by April.
Yeah, she just had trouble weight coming in this direction, and whether it's a little bit slower with the breeze, sort of bowling into the breeze, maybe a little bit slower. just got to hang on. He's improved his grasp. That'd be good enough for the...
Got the shot. Sean Ingham says Brett Wilkie was brilliant as always.
Yeah, we had our Queensland New South Wales Test Series the last couple of days at Tarrant Point in Sydney, where we had the open men's and women's teams, the under 25 men's and women's, and also a brand new series introduced this year, the 40 to 59 age group for men and women. So it was all going very well until the heavens opened up and the lightning came along, and unfortunately the third test was washed out. But
what a beautiful correction there by young Rachel.
Yeah, she's close there. She may have got the shot, I think. Not much in it.
Well, pretty close.
So yeah, it was a great series. The first two games were played in good conditions. A little bit windy the first afternoon, but the next morning, the second test, it was a beautiful morning, and then all of a sudden the weather changed. The temperature dropped about 10 degrees, and they got very, very hard. But,
bit tough, mate. Eh?
Yeah, windy, rainy, cold, and eventually we got called off due to the lightning.
Yep.
And then eventually the weather set in, and it was just too much rain.
Is he going to sneak this one in? Just holding up nicely against the breeze. Not quite. Yes, no, unfortunately, the game couldn't be completed, but as I've spoken to a few of the players, and they said that they thoroughly enjoyed their first experience in 3 years, Brett.
Yeah, we haven't had any representative games in 19 or 20. 20 or 21.
20 or 21, mate, yeah.
Yeah, 2019 was the last time any of our Queensland representative teams played, so it's great to see them all out, starting with the under-18s last Saturday and Sunday at Chermside.
Yeah, great series.
Playing New South Wales, and then all our other open and different age groups. So we've also got the over 60s who will be playing in their nationals in October, so they're the only ones that haven't played a series at this stage this year. So they'll have a side playing in the nationals along with the under-18s and the open teams.
Yeah.
In October at Broadbeach.
At Broadbeach should be one heck of a fortnight of bowls at Broadbeach Bowls Club there in October there, Brett.
Yeah, we'll be incorporating all those national championships along with Champion of Champions and the Australian Championships, and also the National Multi-Disability Championships. So the feast of bowls at Broadbeach for 2 or 3 weeks, start of October.
I'll tell you what, Zach's played this very, very well. That's a great bowl there from Zach Flood. Yes, no, absolutely, and should be, as I said, it's great to have them all in one destination and get them all over and done within a 2-week period. Yeah,
it'll be busy couple of weeks for people looking after them.
Yeah.
She's just April just trying to work out who's got second there. I think there's not much in the second shot.
So Harry's just going to play it. Oh, he just had to scoot around those front ones. He just need a bit more weight also. So they're going to sort it out now though, my friend. That shot.
We'll need to go for the measure again, I think.
Looks that way, doesn't it? Looks like the umpire may get a job here at the moment, Brett.
That's two. I don't think there'll be any others.
No.
Quick measure. If you're not sure, it's best to have a measure.
When in doubt, get the tape out, mate. It's great to see teams here too from North Queensland. But they're from all over when you look across the green, aren't they?
Yeah, Monto, Rockhampton,
yep.
Townsville.
Absolutely everywhere, mate.
Cunnamulla, Roma, Toowoomba,
yep.
Brisbane, Gold Coast.
Absolutely wonderful. Now, you here for the whole day, or
I'm here for a little while, but we'll get our RBMs in shortly.
Yep. You
A bit of a chat.
going home to reintroduce yourself to your wife and kids?
Yeah, it was very late when we got home. Our flight was delayed last night.
Yes.
Got home not long before, we landed in Brisbane at 10 o'clock, so it was, by the time we got home it was about 11:30. Nearly midnight. There's 2 shots there to Beerwah, so they lead 5-1 now after 5 ends.
Just can't get over the size of some of these kids out there, mate. You're going to see... We got one of them today, haven't we?
We've got some of our Queensland representatives who played at Chermside last weekend with Sophie Keepy on the next rink. Play with the girls, and also Stella Palmer a couple of rinks over. Sophie from Nerang, Stella from Roma.
Yes.
We mentioned earlier Cody Garrick
is out there.
From James Nash up in Gympie, played in the boys team.
Tell you what a great bowl by Chooky's young bloke.
Yeah, great starter there by Paul.
G'day, Bob. How's Cromwell today, mate?
I visited Cromwell just recently when I was over in New Zealand on holidays. Nice part of the world.
Bob, of course, comes out regularly. Just gone back home. Come over to Broadbeach, mate, and took all our money. Then took it back to New Zealand.
Lovely line there from April.
Absolutely. Good on you, Bob.
He needs about a metre.
You can see they're starting to feel their way now, Brett, aren't they? They've had those few ends.
Yeah, Paul played a good one this way, in this direction, a couple of ends ago as well, so he's liking this direction at the moment.
Beautiful weighted bowl here once again too. Not too bad, maybe just a couple of feet short, Jack Eye. A bit wide with this one.
Yeah, weight's better.
Yeah.
Corrected the weight well.
Oh, what another great bowl
Yeah,
there.
very good shot.
Great bowl.
Would have been a front hopper, I think, if that bowl wasn't there. It was a perfect shot.
He played that very nicely.
Yeah, if April can keep the same weight as the last, correct the line, should be good.
Hey, Cohen. How are you, mate? Congratulations on your debut. Oh, gee, wish you had the line too, Brett. You just needed that little bit of extra weight.
Yeah. Yeah, Cohen Litfin made his debut in the Queensland Open side. Well done, Cohen.
Yep.
First series in the Open Queensland team. He's played many games for under 18s and under 25s.
So certain has, mate.
But first game in the Open, along with Barry Lester's first game for Queensland.
Yep.
Chris Rosanis, first game. Pine Rivers player, one of the locals here, along with just trying to remember who else was. I know Kira Burke, first time in the Open side. Amanda Havica for the women. Nick Cale and Bradley Lawson also made their debut in the Open sides.
Well done to everyone.
Yeah, great to see the young ones coming through, been going very well and earned their spot in the team. It's always good to get that first series under your belt.
Michael, the last game was washed out, mate.
A great shot by Zach Flood. The first one, he's just trying to sneak down there on the forehand again.
You might get a little straightener off this, though. No, he's just going to miss it. A little straightener there probably would have been
His
very
weight was pretty good.
It would have been, wouldn't it?
Probably still 3.
Yeah, just draw in there. Paul Staggard, Senior. G'day, Staggers. Great to see you the other day, mate. His weight wasn't too bad. Just needs a bit more grass. That hand is, that wind is coming across there. It's really the wider hand of the two.
Yeah, it's not consistent. It sort of blows up and stops.
Yeah.
So it's just catching some bowls, not others. A little bit fortunate there. Zach Flood finished in a pretty handy spot. It's blocked it off a little bit, made it a bit harder for Harry.
Yeah, to get in there now.
He's lining up on the forehand, trying to draw the shot. Just needs about a metre on his last.
Yeah, he's got a good grass line on this one.
He's trying hard here, just needs to turn.
What a great bowl. Oh,
yeah, very good effort.
Huge.
Wasn't far away.
No, you unlucky, just ran through. I know, Michael. I wonder why they said that's.
So which one's it? 2 years. This one's it. To us, Brian, thank you and Robbie for your live streaming support for Bowls Queensland events again. I know you were there on the weekend with our under-18s and back again here for our Secondary Schools Cup. We thank you for your great production and time and effort in helping promote our game out so everyone can watch.
Pleasure being here, mate, and showcasing these wonderful, talented young juniors. It's just a delight to be here to watch. The fortunate thing is, I say with most of the streams, that we can sit here and watch the whole green. So if you're in the Pine region, come on down and say good day to us. And hey, you see these great young kids, give them a bit of support. Not a bad crowd up there, really, just with carers and parents and aunties and uncles.
Yeah, there's a lot of the support crew.
Quite a few here. Beautiful lunch here today. Wonderful restaurant. Unbelievable facilities they have inside, don't they? With the restaurant, the bars, and poke machine area. Everything's just, gee whiz, one heck of a complex. Good.
Yeah, it's great. Great supporter of the game.
That's for sure. A big thank you to Steve and, of course, Adrian, the president, chairman, I should say. And, of course, Desi Wilson, the president up here. So they've got a great crew, that's for sure.
Well, I'm going to have a break now, Brian. I'll
catch
up with you later on.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate those words.
Brian.
Thanks very much. It's great to have Brett Walker here, who's inside in the game, of course, one of the true legends of our game, and one heck of a nice guy too. And taking his place is another. He's not a bad type of a dude. Good mate of mine, that's a fact. Michael, nickname Hollywood. Sorensen, g'day, mate.
Good afternoon, Brian.
How are you, mate?
I am sensational and excited to see this Secondary Schools Cup heading off again in the year 2022.
It's just to me, it's just a great concept, Michael. You know, where you had the seasoned campaigner basically, yet they're only young and they've got to get someone that hasn't played the game basically before. So I think that's, I think it's just fantastic to showcase. And look what happened last year, I said, with the young lass that played with Cody, Talia. She went on to win the state under 15 singles title. Like how good's that?
We've brought through a couple of pretty handy juniors in the past. A couple of them are still playing in our state open side these days. And
just look at the previous winners as we were talking about before, Michael. You know, it's really, as you said, there's still quite a few of them still playing in the state side from those days. You know,
we've got a couple of generations that have come through. We've got Keepy family out there on rink 10, right next to the televised rink.
Yep.
The young one there, his father played for Australia. Went through the state squads with myself when I was just starting out in the sport.
Yep.
It's just incredible to see all these young up-and-coming children coming through, and it's a great job that Bowls Queensland does to run this event every year. And the RBMs that work with Bowls Australia just love getting out there and getting these participants to play in this competition, and see them come through the ranks and end up playing for our state side, and in some cases into the international side. And to be truthfully honest, mate, we are the envy of the other states with our high school program.
Yeah, well, it's first class, mate, and it's true. As I said previously too, it's a credit the work you guys do to get this up and running. We can just see, unfortunately, there's not much we can do about this. You can see the jack just in the sunlight there, so unfortunately, it's
Wanted to go and get a yellow one, I think.
a bit hard to see, but anyway, we'll see it. Once again, young April, she had a lovely line, but just chasing a little bit more weight with that. Just the extra length has definitely surprised the two competitors. And
for the ones that aren't so much in the know, these jacks on the carpet are a lot heavier than our outdoor jacks, and when you send them down, they roll on a little bit further than most jacks, so it's a little bit deceiving when they let it go. When they first start rolling, and for a lot of these players out here today, it's probably their first time on carpet.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a change for them.
Well, it is too, Michael. And this is one thing that they must learn, mustn't they? Is, they've got to learn that they've got to play on all types of surfaces, and get away from your home club.
I think a lot of people have got to learn that one, Brian.
Yeah, I think you're dead right there too, mate. Not just the kids. So we see April just chasing that little bit extra weight, but unfortunately, again, she's got the line, but unfortunately, the weight's just eluding her a little bit at the moment. Good afternoon, Benny Walsh. David Hayes. G'day, Dave. Great to see you last week, mate, at Chermside. As David does a great job up at Glasshouse Mountains.
Bowls coming into pitch up.
Well, he's got good weight on this. Just needed a bit more grass, really, Michael, didn't he?
He did. It was a beautiful weight, to be honest.
Yeah, as you know yourself on this green here, it's when you're playing tish to tish, it can be very, very, very tricky, particularly playing back into that sunlight.
It doesn't take much to make a poor correction.
Yep.
You've got to remember it's the first game too, and they know that they're on TV as well, and that adds a little bit of extra pressure.
Well, I was actually talking to a couple of them prior to the game, Michael, and they actually told me they were very nervous. And I said, hey, it's just a game of bowls.
It is.
And again, April, unfortunately, you get another perfect grass line, but just a little bit short.
Well, they've got another 8 games ahead of them over the 2 days, so
Yep.
by the time they're finished, they're going to know that they've been out playing bowls.
The thing about it too, though, Michael, they're just going to improve and enjoy themselves, mate. You know what I mean?
Well, the concept of this event is to give them a taste of bowls and hope that they, after a bit of competition, that they think to themselves, well, I'd like to take this up a little bit more consistently and start playing more often, because it is a sport that you can play 52 weeks of the year. So if they have got another chosen sport that they play, they know that they've still got bowls that they can come back to in the off seasons when they're not playing their football or their cricket and whatnot. So it certainly lends itself to that.
Yep. Just seeing young Keepy on the rick next door too, and I'll tell you what, he's what a bit of his dad's skill there.
He's only picked up the bowl a few times, and Cuz said, my partner's had to pull out. Can you fill in for me? And he just looked at her and said, yeah, why not? Let me have a go.
Great to see, isn't it, eh?
A lot of people take up our sport through family members. So
and that's true too, Michael.
It's really good to see. Here comes a good bowl.
Tell you what, he's played this very well, hasn't he? Harry?
Yeah.
Not going to be too far away.
Shot Harry. I remember Harry from last year. He come down last year with his partner. His partner was a big, tall, red-headed young fella.
Great bowl there.
And they went extremely well together.
Yep.
Very well coached up there.
With Mal, yes.
Their deliveries and techniques are very, very sound.
Yeah, what a great bowl.
Oh, there's a great reply. Whatever you can do, I can do better.
These two having a pretty good battle with each other, though, Michael, aren't they? They're two very, I won't say seasoned campaigners, but they're the experienced ones in the team, so it's great to see them take on a new player.
Well, the majority of these kids have probably only been playing 6 months.
Yep. Yep.
And Robbie's pushing away flies.
Yep. Flies are bad here at the moment.
Do you just want to go up and ask that young lady to get out of the
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
she's
up now.
Well, here comes a good bowl. Get down. It's just going to run through. Oh, great effort.
What a great attempt that was. So close.
It is a game of inches, as you know, Brian.
It certainly is. Now, mate, with that, I'm going to bring your co-partner in here, David Barnes. He's going to do a bit of commentary with you.
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
jeepers.
You expect me to look after these two critters?
Oh, Robbie, we're not that hard to look after. You've only got to put up with us for another 2 ends, so you're right. Thanks, Brian. Just like to welcome everyone in Bowls Queensland and the live streaming to David Barnes. He's our Central Queensland Regional Bowls Manager. Welcome, David.
Thanks, Hollywood. Great to be here. Excited to be here.
Good on you, mate.
It's a great concept, this one.
Oh, mate, it's something I enjoy working with Bowls Queensland. As I said to Brian, we are the envy of all the other states, and when we're at conference with all the RBMs from around the country, it's discussed at length, and they wonder how we can do it and how well it's been going. And as we in the presentation at the medals at the start of the day, since 2005, I think they said that Pine Rivers has been hosting this event, so 17 years and still going strong.
Don't know if you saw this, but Michael Brindle said afternoon, Hollywood.
Brownie, how are you, mate? Another one of our great juniors of the past.
The sportsmanship that it's being shown today is just outstanding.
It is something that's been very, very noticeable in the last couple of years that I've been working with Bowls Australia and helping with this event and the junior titles. The camaraderie between the kids is just amazing. It goes back to parenting, I suppose, and coaching. It's great to see that they've all been brought up the right way. And on top of that, they go pretty well at getting the bowl close to the jack most of the time.
They put me to shame, I can guarantee you that one.
Oh, can't be always too harsh on yourself, mate.
You haven't seen me bowl lately.
You haven't seen me bowl lately either. And no comments on air, please.
Bring them on.
And as people watch the live streams, you'll notice that a lot of our bowlers take on all shapes and sizes. We've got a couple of young fellas here that wouldn't be out of place in the Broncos side, to be honest. And, there we go. She's had a great line with every bowl, April. She's just struggling a little bit with her weight. And Paul now on the mat from Beerwah State High School. You've had a bit to do with the Beerwah club, Dave?
The junior development program that's going on at Beerwah is going extremely well. Bill Tunbridge should be congratulated on the work that he's done with the juniors in and around the Sunshine Coast, and you're seeing it here today, the great work that he's been doing at the club. and he's also the Junior Development Officer for the Sunshine Coast, so he's really assisting the district in helping promote the junior.
It's so important that we find those champions that can come out and help develop junior bowls. Like, it's never easy to develop juniors and spend the time that it's required with juniors. So anybody out there that's interested, please ask at the club how you can assist, and I'm sure that we can get you into the right areas to do so. We've got a lot of parents here that have come along to watch today that aren't bowlers, and they're asking lots and lots of questions as well. It's quite fascinating. And, young Paul's in there again. Zach steps up. And a nice colourful set of bowls. Oh, he's well tracked here. How's his speed? Jack all the way, or just underneath?
Goodness. Here's Harry stepping up to the mat. Brother and sister team from Atherton.
Looks like it's on a good line. How's your weight, Harry? He's just going to pull up on that one. No. You know, Atherton team have found their line fairly well. They're just struggling with the speed of the green at the moment.
Probably a bit different down here than what they have up in Atherton, Hollywood.
I think Atherton's actually got a synthetic green as well. Oh, Zach, you might have nearly done the unthinkable and gave the shot away. Oh, he's put his head in his hands. We all do it.
G'day, Greg and Carol DeWeega from Cunnamulla. Great to see you watching it. And yes, it is great to see the juniors playing the game. There's the bell.
All seconds out. Just got to slip past that one, Harry. Oh. Would have had very good weight on that one too. See if Zach can get it back. No, that's not a wrap. Well tracked. Just not going to get down to the jack. And we'll keep the streaming running, Robbie. Okay. It's only a 10-minute swap around. And that one's just run through a little bit. So at the end of that game, it's got Beerwah State High School getting over the top of Atherton State High School, 10 shots to 2. And as I said, there's only a 10-minute gap between games, so we move them along quite quickly. It's 9 ends of 3-bowl triples or a 1 hour time limit. So we'll move on to round 2, and Robbie will get those graphics up for us. And in the meantime, I'd like to thank our sponsors for this great event. Wouldn't be possible without J. Carroll Club Promotions. And on top of that, we have Bowls Queensland, also Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, ASIT Sports, and Innovation with Energy. So that's round 1 out of the road of 9 rounds. As I said, the young'uns will take a quick break, find out where they're playing next, get up there ready to rock and roll, and we'll be watching the next round. And I shall be able to tell you who that will be very shortly.
You're talking about some of our bigger players that are playing here today, some of the big boys, and we've certainly got a big boy coming up on the next game from Cunnamulla, 198 centimetres tall.
Like I said, he wouldn't be out of place in the Broncos front row. And it's amazing. He's playing with his brother.
Yes, that's right.
And he's slip of a lad compared to the big brother. And they've got two younger siblings as well. His youngest brother actually played state championships for the first time this year at the age of 7.
Turns 8 tomorrow.
8 tomorrow, so we'll be giving him a happy birthday tomorrow. And who do we have up next, Robbie? Highfields College will be playing Cunnamulla, of course. And the Highfields is in Toowoomba. Had a little bit to do with them a couple of years ago. Their teacher Luke Day rang me up and said, "Mate, want to get into the Old Schools Cup? How do I do it?" And I said, "Mate, I'll come up and we'll run a couple of coaching sessions together, and you can get your idea around how to get it going." And he's built up quite a membership at the North Toowoomba Bowls Club up there on the Downs, and they're progressing quite well. A lot of them now playing in the junior ranks. And there's a lot more opportunities out there for the juniors now. We've got a lot of junior tournaments coming up. Apparently we've got 9 for the next calendar year, which is sensational.
Very good. G'day, Jamie Anderson. How are you? Good to see you watching.
Big Jimmy. This fella would nearly dwarf you, Jimmy. Most casual young man I think I've ever seen. I was watching him in the last game and he's rolling up with a bottle of Coke in his pocket. He's that big I didn't know whether it was a litre bottle or a 300ml.
We've spoken about it earlier, and some of these kids have travelled far and wide.
Certainly have.
Some of them, it was their first time on a plane coming here. So it's certainly a great experience for the kids. Not just from, an exposure point of view, but seeing something new and something different that they haven't experienced before. I just had a quick look, and the kids from Cunnamulla, it's, for those of you that don't know, it's just under 800 kilometres from Brisbane, so they've certainly travelled some distance to get here.
Well, you got Atherton up in the tablelands, up past Cairns as well. So that's not a small little jaunt either. And we must congratulate Bowls Queensland once again for the support that they do for this competition. They fly them down, they pay for their flights, they pay for their accommodation, and Club Pine Rivers, they pick them up from the airport, they shuttle them back to the units and whatnot, provide them with breakfast, lunch and dinner. So it takes a lot of the pressure and financial burdens away from the families and the students and their schools to run this competition, which is, again, we can't praise it enough. But like earlier I mentioned that a lot of these kids have only probably been playing bowls for 6 months to 8 months. Each of the teams normally have an affiliated member with them that may have been playing for a couple of years, but this year's probably the greatest number of teams where we've not got affiliated members, but have taken up the sport by just rocking up to their local club and saying we'd like to have a game of bowls, and a coach has taken them under their wing and said, righto, no worries, we'll coach us up. And then they heard about the All Schools Cup and have entered their sides. So teams from Rockhampton, we've got a team from Mackay, Kerwin and Townsville, obviously Roma, where the Cunnamulla, Roma and Cunnamulla. We've got, what else have we got?
Mount Larkham.
Yeah, that's it, up near Gladstone. We've got a couple of clubs from the Mackay area. So it's pretty much the width and breadth of the state.
G'day, Reece Gilman. Good to see you watching. Hope you're enjoying the vision.
I don't know about everyone else in the state or wherever you are, but the breeze here at Pine Rivers isn't going around us, it's going straight through us. It's a little chilly. You're going to get sick of hearing our voices while we fill in time for the next 10 minutes or so, guys. But again, if you've got a child that would like to get into a sport that's non-contact but still gives you some physical exercise and plenty of concentration, come down to your local bowls club and ask for some coaching and take up our sport.
It's a game for life.
It is a game for life. It's great to see all the parents and teachers that have travelled with the kids as well. It's not an easy type of tournament to run. I mean, there's a lot of planning goes into this tournament, and it's great to see the parents and the teachers and the schools supporting the competition and supporting their students, giving them an option to come to Brisbane and play in this state championship. And it is a state championship for the schools. They get to take home a lovely, nice trophy, a perpetual trophy. And,
Ellen Lyons is saying, go Tom and Jake from Cunnamulla. Good on you, Ellen, thank you. Cliff Lean would like to hear you do some karaoke, Hollywood.
What a chance. Mate, we're at a junior event, so there's no consumption that would loosen the vocal cords.
You could do Puff the Magic Dragon.
Can't even sing Bar Bar Black Sheep anymore. Oh, hang on.
I'm staying out of that.
It's getting a little closer to the bell. All the students are back onto the green, putting up their school names, proudly putting up their school names at the back of the rinks on the scoreboards.
It's funny how quickly the nerves go with these younger people. There was a fair bit of trepidation before the game started today, and look at them now. They're just full of confidence, interacting sensationally and having a great day.
And it is good to see them interact. And for some of these kids, like we said, travelling 800 to 1,500 kilometres to participate in this, they get to see so many different people, different lifestyles, and it's just great to see them interact. And it gives the parents a chance to share some stories as well. A couple of years ago, we had a couple of parents that have met during this, and now they're great friends and travel backwards and forwards and play bowls and whatnot. There we go. The bell's just rung for the commencement of the second game. And as you can see on the screen there, we've got Highfields College up there on the Downs, Ori Burton and Logan King. And then we've got the Russell brothers from Cunnamulla, Thomas and Jacob. Now, I think you've just picked out the young fellow we were talking about.
These kids' names. Who's who? Yeah, no, but who's...
That'll be the lead. Skip. Lead skip. Well, I'm hoping it is on the screen. If not, my apologies. Yes. Jeez, took up the whole screen.
You may notice, and I think you said it earlier, Hollywood, Jacob's playing with a bottle of Coke in his pocket.
He's just the most laid-back young fella I think I've ever met. And these two fellas from Cunnamulla are brothers. Well, I hope they're brothers.
They are.
They are. And we're away.
G'day, Gavin Holborn. Good to see you watching.
Well, there's a great start.
Not a bad bowl.
Corey's found that pretty quickly. Or I think this one might be a tad short. It didn't come out of the hand real well. Let's see how Corey's memory is.
Doesn't look too happy.
Goldfish. I think that might have forced Thomas to change his hands, and he has. This one's got a bit more speed on it. It's tracking quite well. Gonna just pull up short. Great line.
I was going to say, not a bad line.
That one looks like he's got a bit more power behind that one from Corey. Just got to avoid his own bowl. And he's just managed to clip it. So Highfields College is holding one shot, as you can see. The pink and black speckle against the black and white speckle. I think young Corey's just realised he's on TV. Had a look around and saw the camera. Yeah, we'll get Jacob.
I was having a chat with Jacob earlier on, and I said to him, geez, you're a big boy. And he said, yeah, I like living in a good paddock, like a good country boy.
I wouldn't want to be paying his food bill for a week. So Logan's first delivery. He's got a nice line on it. Just going to pull up. Sneaks under that, he'll count. Not quite.
It's a lovely day here today at Pine Rivers, so if you are out and about and would like to drop through, come on down and you'll see some good bowls, some great sportsmanship here from these young people.
It's not a bad club to view the bowls from either, I must admit. Up the deck on the grink side there, and you see all the parents and teachers up on the back there looking over the greens.
The heaters are on as well, which
on the deck, yes,
on the deck, which makes it a bit warmer to watch.
Very appreciative of that. Well, he's going to get a lucky rub here. Yeah, it might bring him into the count.
G'day Nick Gosley and Jeff Birchall. Good to see you watching the games. Hope you're enjoying it.
This bowl looks like a marble in this man's hand. Looking intently. Oh, he's just knocked the opposition's bowl up. Ooh, how's his speed? Just pulling up a little bit short. Well, it's definitely two. 3 fingers in the air. Oh no, Big Brother's not happy. He wants to have a look.
I wouldn't be arguing with him.
I'll take one.
Hi as well to Matthew Lucas and Mark Sutton, who are also watching today.
So you agreed it was 3? Yeah, the weather down here is sensational, except for that little breeze. It's not so nice.
I think it's slowed down a little bit at the moment.
You had to say that, didn't you? And the Gold Coast Tweed Bowls media team's been extremely busy over the last couple of weeks, and doesn't seem to be slowing down for the boys either.
5 days off in 4 weeks.
Robbie's having a bit of a cry over here. He reckons he's had 5 days off in 4 weeks. Someone get him a violin.
I've got it out.
Just think of all those good bowls you're getting to watch. The only problem is we only get to watch, don't we? We don't get to play, so. Oh, he's found a line there, but must be something a bit tricky about this rink, the pace, because they're all finding the line fairly well, but just don't seem to be able to pick up the speed of the green.
There's a bit of tactics going on here, though, too, Hollywood, with the jack is a lot shorter than the last couple of ends, so.
Well, it's a pretty good start here by Thomas. He's just fallen about a foot short. It's a great start. Ooh, Corey didn't learn too much from his first one. Ooh, missed his line a little there. Doing well to stay on the rink. There we go. Corey's changed his hand. He said, doing no good down there. Let's try this hand. And what a correction.
It's looking all right.
Oh, hello.
Well done. Here we go, Hollywood. Mary Ingram's watching from Fife in Scotland.
Aye.
Mary's one of our regulars, where Robbie's telling me. Hollywood just had a very bad attempt at a Scottish accent, I think. 5 in the morning over there, is it, Robbie? 20 to 5 over there. 20 to 6, Robbie's saying. That's an early start, Mary. Well done.
Enjoying a cuppa, watching the bowls. How good's that? Mary's got a little diamond emblem next to her name, so obviously earned a few points watching our live streaming. Well, the Gold Coast live streaming, that is. And Logan steps up. I'm not sure who's holding shot. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was too busy putting on a very poor attempt at a Scottish accent. But,
I think Highfields might have it with that
the pink one?
pinkish bowl at the moment, at the front there.
Ooh, we've had a bowl run into another bowl. All right, Jacob, what can you do? You're on a fair line. Have you got the weight to run it out? Oh, just another metre or so on that would have been very interesting.
Ellie Burton liked Corey's shot from not long ago. Thanks, Ellie. Good to see you watching.
Yeah, it's a fair correction. Great speed, just a little bit lacking in direction. Jacob doesn't have to improve his bowl by too much to make a change on this head. It's just going to hang out there a little bit. Good speed for the shot.
Mary just commented that she thinks the juniors are playing well. Thanks, Mary. I agree.
And considering some of these kids have only been playing probably 6 months, they're doing quite well. I'd be tempted to have a little bit of a look at this, I would imagine. Well, that looks like he's got a bit of power on it. Is he going to get back to the jack?
Oh, touched it.
Oh, it might have gone too far. It might have gone over to Logan's second bowl.
We're going to have a measure here by the looks of it.
Again, this is a skill they wouldn't have used too often. Ooh, it's a little closer than we thought. Oh, he's
Cunnamulla.
He's conceded the shot. So it makes it 3-1.
Here's one for you, Hollywood. Oh. Hi guys, in the classroom with my students, BKK Thailand. Fantastic
Johnny
coverage,
Deegan.
guys. Hi,
Deegs.
Michael, from an old bowling friend, and you picked it, Johnny Deegan.
Johnny Deegan, yep. There you go, Deegs. Played a lot of bowls with Deegs on the Sunshine Coast at Noosa Heads and around the world. Oh, state. If anyone's seen that little fellow walking around in the Parramatta gear, that's Thomas and Jacob's little brother.
These kids are learning so much today. I mean, even the electronic scoreboard.
Yes.
You know, not a lot of them would have seen that from where they've come from.
No. I've had to go around and give a bit of a lesson on it quickly. Boys are discussing whether that's 21 metres long.
Robbie's given it the okay.
Oh, Robbie, no. On Thomas, all you do is reach. Oh, great line.
Yeah.
Hey, Robbie, you can tell him to get out of the way because I'm not doing it.
And I got a smile.
I think he'd take a fair bit to rile up. He's such a lovely young man. Oh, what a great start there.
Nice bowl.
From Corey. There we go. He hasn't gone too wide, has he? Sneaking up, sneaking up.
There'd be a bit of pressure on these kids today coming onto the TV rink. They've got a lot to think about.
I must admit, I'm lucky I've dodged most TV rinks, especially if it's going to put 10 kilos on me. I mean, don't need that. Great start. Well played. And no comments, please.
I was leaving it right alone.
Oh, have you got the speed, Thomas? See if you can thread the needle and get 3 in there. Tell you what, he's well pointed. Oh, that's very good leading. Take a bow, Corey.
Nice bowling. Here's one that I might need some help with, Hollywood. Mindy Wharton. No, sorry, yeah, Mindy Wharton. Binna Marie Martin.
Yeah, not a clue.
Okay, and then underneath it, Mindy's also written Alan Wharton. Hello, Alan. couple of cryptic ones there that
No. Nellie Burton's giving some support to the Highfield lads.
Here comes Jacob.
Whoosh. I don't know if I'd be playing that hand if I was the Highfield boys. I think I'd be turning it over. It looks a lot easier on the other hand at the moment.
Why is that, Hollywood?
Well, there's every chance you could run into one of those two front bowls and promote it up into the head. But they've played a nice wide line, which is very, very smart. Well coached by Luke Day, who's their coach, sitting behind the rink there with his head on his hands. And Jacobs just slipped through. Gave the bowl every chance. Corey's keen to keep Logan out on that side. They're playing the line very well though. That's good bowling.
That was my question to you, Hollywood. Why would you have gone the other hand when you could well have the opportunity to promote your own bowls by going on that hand?
Well, you've got to play through two bowls to get to those bowls. So both oppositions.
So the opponent's bowls at the front is what's stopping you from...
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I think Jacobs overcorrected there. An opportunity here of a full count. Now he's really not going to play that hand, is he? That's a wiser call. He can still slip through there and get another counter. No, not quite. I think that'd be at least 4 shots, maybe 5. Yeah, easy 5 shots.
Yep, I think it's 5.
That's a...
Robbie's saying it's
score.
5.
That's 5 shots as far as I'm looking at it. Thomas doesn't want to give them away, but he's going to have to.
Mindy Wharton's saying go Tom and Jakey Russ. Thanks, Mindy.
There's a handful. And how are you enjoying the role, Dave? Been with us for about 7.5 months now.
Find them a thief. Thanks. It's been going well. The people that I've met with around the traps have been very accommodating and welcoming, which has been great to see. And look forward to continue getting out there and meeting with everyone and helping where I can and learning what I can. There's some great things you can learn by going around to the clubs, and remembering them and trying to share them is probably the one important thing to do in this role.
It's a big community that we're a part of in the lawn bowls, sport of lawn bowls, and we don't know everything, so it's great to get out and talk with clubs and learn and watch and see how other clubs are doing things, and like you said, sharing it with other clubs, and it's a great community, and the clubs do enjoy spreading their knowledge with you, and then allowing you to take it out to other clubs and hand that knowledge over to them as well. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and contact your local regional bowls manager. I'm in the southeast corner. David's part of the central Queensland, and we've got Nick Twining up in the North Queensland, who's just joined the team in the last month or so. Please, if you have any questions or you would like to just talk all things about your club and see how's it going, give us a call. Don't be afraid. We love to get out there and talk to you.
Hasn't Nick come out of the blocks?
Certainly has. I mean, I've got to slow the boy down. He's going to wear himself out. But like us, we have a passion for the sport and we have a passion for clubs. You're the chairman of your own club up there at Pomona.
Yes, very proud of that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but bowls is the largest participation sport in Australia.
Yes.
I think that's a statistic that we sometimes underestimate.
Well, there's more bowls clubs in Australia than there are McDonald's stores. Fun fact. Fun
Yes.
fact. Robbie didn't even know that. I actually think there's...
You've gone round and counted every McDonald's, haven't you, Michael?
I think I've sampled most of them. Yeah, thanks for that, Dave. Thought we were mates. But yeah, as far as